Hi everyone, Alex here, continuing with our Revit Multi-trade course from 0 to 100. We keep at it. Roofs, part 3. We're going to be dealing with the main roof and the kitchen. As far as the main roof, we're going to do a couple of tweaks. That's the one we did in the previous video. That's the roof that sits right here. We're going to do a few adjustments. And then we're going to be dealing with the kitchen roof, which is this one here, and it sits right here. So get ready. Let's get started. And remember, this video is part of our Revit Multi-trade from 0 to 100 course. So if you haven't seen the previous videos, go ahead and watch them now, because if not, you're going to be completely lost. Hi everyone, this is Alex with BIMitUp, where we help you with professional training and coaching in mechanical, electrical, plumbing, fire protection systems, and Autodesk platforms like Revit and AutoCAD MEP. Let's get started. Now let's see if we can clean this up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is temporarily hide my sections. And I'm going to unload this overlay. I'll set it back to none, so I only see my roofs. And now let's see. I could take this. That was pretty good measurement. So see, if I go edit footprint, I can make sure that we align to this ridge. So I'm going to do AL. And then we align here. And then the other thing I know I can do is, I know I'm going to meet with this roof. So I'm going to split. I'm actually going to do SL. Let's say from here to here. I'm going to get rid of this line. I'm going to align to this ridge like that. And now I'm going to go back to line. And I'm going to come from here to here. And I'm going to make sure that I trim from here to here and from here to here. And then this line won't slope. Only these two lines will slope. And I think I can click OK. We don't want to attach. And now I can come to this roof and go edit footprint. And I can align to this ridge. So I'm going to click OK. Don't attach. And now I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to edit footprint. I'm going to split right here. Get rid of this one. And I'm going to align from here to here, and I'm just gonna pick line. I'm gonna pick this line here and do trim from here to here, from here to here. This line won't define a slope. I'm gonna click OK. Don't attach. Let's go to a 3D view, because it gets pretty tricky, you know. And in reality, what happens is that this roof is slightly higher than what we're showing now. So these two ridges meet. Before doing anything else, I'm gonna go and change this to wireframe. And then I'm going to align to this ridge, this face. And now I'm gonna go to a north elevation. And I want to align this roof. So I'm going to move it to this point. And now these two ridges are actually meeting. It's not super perfect. We could go to the roof plan and then move this roof from here to here. And now it's meeting perfectly, and we have that beautiful valley here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to define a diagonal here from here to here. So we come here to model line, from here to here. So you can go to modify, for example, and then you can join this and this. See, and it cleans it up really nicely. And you know, if we really want to get silly, we could just delete this model lines, and then we can say, you know what, I want to create a roof right here, you know, like just a little bit of shingle here. So you could go to architecture, roof. You could just draw some lines, and you can pick from here to here to here to here. And then for now, let me just say that none of this defines slope, just to have a flat roof, right? And then I can just hit OK, right? Don't attach. And now what I can do is I can select that roof, which is somewhere around here, right? I'm going to change to wireframe. And I'm going to orient to, let's say, this left orientation. And I can move from that top to say this top, right? And now what you can do is you can click on this roof and you can modify sub elements. So you could, you know, lift this up, and there you go. That's exactly what we're looking for. Another one thing that's missing is that we still haven't trimmed this here, right? So now I'm gonna turn my underlay back on just to do the kitchen real quick. So underlay is gonna be our main wood floor. And then the kitchen roof's a little bit tricky too. I mean, this is the simple part. It's a 4-in-12 slope, or 1/4, or 18.43 degrees. And then the kitchen roof characteristics are overhangs. For the east and west is 10 inches. For the north is only 4 inches, just like the bedrooms. And to the south we have no overhang because we're meeting the main roof. We know that this ridge is in distance 205 inches. We already mentioned our slope at 4-in-12. And we know that this ridge is lower, considerably lower than the main roof's ridge. We'll see that in the next slide. So we're continuing with the kitchen roof. There's that ridge that is considerably lower than the main roof's ridge. You can see that this roof overhangs on top of the new roof. It's pretty complex here. You can see those two valleys from this angle. So you have your slope at 4-in-12, overhang of about 10 inches. Then it goes south, then it overhangs a lot more. This is actually a different roof structure. It goes south, then it comes back in, leaving the same 10 inches of overhang that you have here, and then it joins the wall. There's a huge overhang with a different structure. We're gonna do the structure separately. Then you see this valley here from a different angle, and then you see both valleys looking at it from the north. We're gonna start just like we did with the other roofs. So we go architecture, roof, roof by footprint. We're gonna pick our walls. We're gonna give it 10 inches of overhang to the west and to the east. We set 4 inches of overhang to the north. And then we're gonna do a reference line, like around here. And we're gonna trim from here to here and from here to here. We know that these two guys don't define slope. And now we're gonna get this line. We're gonna move our witness line to here, and we're gonna make this 205 inches. Very good. And this doesn't really matter because we're gonna meet this roof to this roof, so that ridge length is gonna be automatically defined. But just a starting point. We can actually just make this shorter and you'll see what happens. So we need to make sure we have the correct slope. So this is 4-in-12. Very good, and we can click OK. I don't want to attach those walls yet. And I have some approximate dimensions for this. It was pretty dangerous to measure, so I just have some approximate dimensions. So this is about 24 inches. This is about 32 inches. And this is 70 inches. So let's go ahead and transfer that to here. So I'm gonna click here, edit footprint. Then I'm just gonna do a little line like that, something like that. Right, so I'm going to split SL from here to here. I'm going to delete the interior part. Now I'm going to trim from here to here, from here to here. I'm going to dimension from here to here, and I'm going to make this. I'm going to move my witness line. This is 24 inches. I'll delete that, and I'm going to click here, and this one's 70 inches. And now let's just click on these three guys and remove the define slope because we already have this one defining the slope. Let's click OK. Don't attach. Now we go to our 3D view. It's looking very similar to what we have. Now make sure you visit BIMitUp.com. Over there you'll be able to log in if you already have login information, or if you want to become a member, you can sign up with Google, Facebook, or with your email address. And once you're a member and you're logged in, you have access to a lot of good features. You can access your bookings from here, you can go to my programs, and even some free ones that I offer there. I'm running a little bit of a scholarship program here because I don't want money to be the reason why you cannot develop professionally. So these are all the programs that I'm a participant on, and these are the ones that I have completed. So go ahead and visit BIMitUp.com. Becoming a member is free, but I do not run ads in any of my stuff. So the creation of the content is made possible entirely from patrons and other contributions. So if you can, consider subscribing. I'll leave a link in the description of the video, and I'll see you soon.